Hey everybody, it's Craig with Smartphone Emmy, and today we're going to have a face-off between HTC's EVO 4G and Samsung's Galaxy S. And we're going to kick this off talking about the specifications of both of these phones. Before I get to that, I want to let you know I have the displays turned up as bright as they will go, and both of the phones are running off the same Wi-Fi network. Alright, let's start out with the EVO 4G. This is a dual-band CDMA phone, EVO Rev A 3G, also WiMAX 4G. Phone weighs in at 170 grams, so it's definitely one of the heavier smartphones out there right now. Build quality is very good, front and sides, high-grade plastic, the real nice soft rubberized texture coating on the back so the phone doesn't feel slick in your hands. Nice little red accent here around the camera. Overall, just a great feeling phone, very solid. Galaxy S is a quad-band GSM phone, tri-band 3G. Opposite end of the spectrum as far as weight, it's one of the lighter smartphones available today, coming in at 119 grams. Build quality is also very good, high-grade plastic on the back and sides, nice smoke gray metal rim around the perimeter of the screen. Got a little metal accent here around the camera on the back. Again, the phone feels very solid and feels very good in your hand. Taking a look around the phones, the EVO 4G has the HDMI port, micro USB port, and microphone on the bottom. On top is a 3.5mm headphone jack along with the power and lock key, and on the right hand side is the volume rocker up and down. On the Galaxy S, on the bottom is the microphone. On the left hand side's volume rocker up and down, micro USB port with a slick little cover on it to protect it, 3.5mm headphone jack, and the power and lock key. On the back of the EVO 4G, you've got an 8-megapixel camera with autofocus, dual LED flash, geotagging, and face detection. It also shoots video at 720p at 30 frames per second. On the Galaxy S, you've got a 5-megapixel camera with autofocus, geotagging, touch focus, face and smile detection. Also shoots video at 720p at 30 frames per second. Underneath the battery cover on the EVO 4G, you have a 1500 milliamp battery along with the micro SD card slot. The battery needs to be removed to exchange or replace a micro SD card. On the Galaxy S, you also have a 1500 milliamp battery as well as the micro SD card slot underneath the battery cover. The battery does not have to be removed to exchange or replace a micro SD card. And also on the back of the EVO 4G, you've got the cool little kickstand down here so you can watch videos or television. Alright, on the front of the phones. On the EVO 4G, you've got in the upper right hand corner a front-facing 1.3 megapixel VGA camera for video calls. Below that is a 4.3 inch LCD capacitive touch display showing 480 by 800 pixels. It offers multi-touch, accelerometer sensor, as well as a proximity sensor. On the Galaxy S upper right hand corner, you also have a front-facing VGA camera for video calls. The screen itself is a 4-inch Super AMOLED capacitive touch display showing 480 by 800 pixels. It also offers multi-touch as well as an accelerometer sensor. Underneath the screen on the EVO 4G, you have a dedicated search key, back key, menu key, and home key. On the Galaxy S, you have 3 touch-sensitive keys, a back key, a home key, as well as a main menu key. And there you go, you can see it works very well. As far as memory is concerned, on the EVO 4G, it comes with 1 gigabyte of ROM, 512 megabytes of RAM. Memory can be expanded an additional 32 gigabytes through micro SD cards. On the Galaxy S, it comes in 2 models, an 8 gigabyte and 16 gigabyte model. Has 512 megabytes of RAM with 2 gigabytes of ROM. Also, memory can be expanded an additional 32 gigabytes through micro SD cards. Both of the phones offer Wi-Fi, the EVO 4G, B and G. On the Galaxy S, it offers B, G, and N with support for DLNA. Both of the phones can be used for data tethering, the EVO 4G up to 8 devices simultaneously. Both phones offer Bluetooth, the EVO 4G version 2.1 with A2DP, the Galaxy S version 3 with A2DP. Both of the phones have GPS and offer support for AGPS. The EVO 4G runs on Qualcomm Snapdragon 1 GHz processor. Galaxy S runs on the ARM Cortex-A8 1 GHz processor. Both of the phones use Android 2.1 Eclair as our operating system. The EVO 4G has HTC Sense UI overlay, and the Galaxy S has Samsung's TouchWiz 3.0 user interface overlay.